I feel like this is pretty on the nose, but rather be dead than a slave to the factory. Any innuendo in that there, or is that just on the nose?
Well, as I said before, it's not factory with a capital F.
Mm.
It's a factory of something that was created and something that I felt I got pigeonholed into. And that was not working for me. I grew tired of it. I was like, this is not working for me anymore. I gotta move on. I gotta expand my creativity. And that's essentially what that's all about.
Do you have an entire album's worth of material right now? Like, is a record ready to come out?
No, I'm working on individual singles at a time. I do have a record's worth of music, but I'm adopting the hip hop strategy, where instead of coming up, releasing a single, and then the whole album comes out a couple weeks later, and then a couple weeks later, when that album's out, just the momentum of the single and the whole record just kind of slows and becomes sluggish and just almost crashes. So what I learned watching hip hop artists and other artists as well, but they would just release a single at a time, keep that momentum, keep that spotlight on them, and just release a single, every few weeks, and just keep that momentum going.
Yeah.
The second line in the song I want to talk about as being a blue-eyed male. My blue eyes are reflections of God. I think I will now steal that, and that will be my mantra for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's I don't know where that came from, man. That was in one of those times of creative just listlessness, where you're just thinking, and all of a sudden, words or ideas or just images just pop into your head, and like, holy fuck. Where did that come from? I don't know. I fucking write it down.
That's one of those just like you write it down and you say it, and it's just like puff up your chest. You're like, yeah, I just said that.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you noticed that one. That was probably one of my favorite lines of my career. It's like it's very simple, but it says a lot.
Right. Are you have labels approached you? Are you guys? You haven't signed to anybody yet, right?
I am not signed, but I'm represented by Unchained HQ, Jason,
very cool.
And Vaughn. And this track, Anti-Droid, is actually under their umbrella.
Very cool.
Through the Orchard.
Yep.
So, as long they were willing to take me on, and I'm absolutely grateful that they took a chance on me, and I'm going to make it worth their while.
For sure. It's a great team to have behind you, especially,
Absolutely.
They're one of like the three major powerhouse management companies out there. So, definitely a good solid team there for sure.
Absolutely. And I've known Vaughn for, since he started, ever since Killswitch Engage came onto the scene. I've known Vaughn since then. And I've met Jason through Vaughn when I would travel through Chicago, and we always wanted to work together. Just never came to one of those things that never came to fruition. I just finally had the right idea.
Yeah. And it's like, I've known Jason for years too. I mean, I remember when he was like interning at Epic Records and working at McGaffey and all that kind of stuff, So it's like to see those guys like kind of build up to what they've built up. It's like, like I said, it's a super powerhouse team over there, and a bunch of good dudes to boot, So that's very cool.
So far they've been very cool. Everyone's been nice and just beautiful people.
Very cool.
And it's nice to have a support system as great as these people. And it's something else that I felt that was lacking in my career.
Is this something you're going to want to tour or play shows or get a band together, kind of do a career retrospective kind of set? What are you thinking?
Yes to all of those questions. I'm in the process of booking a show. It's going to be a showcase. It's going to be in LA. I have a band together. They're already working on the retrospection. So I plan to play 4 new songs.
Cool.
Some deep cut Fear Factories, some Watchers, some GZR, some City of Fire. So I'm just going to do like I said, my new music is an amalgamation of everything I've ever done. And I'm going to push it all basically put it all together into this package and just like see what happens. And the live show, it's gonna be heavy, it's gonna be groovy, and I want a creative vibe. I really do.